one of the big evolutions that I alluded to, I think, is definitely this growing realization of the need for non-financialized governance. That's one that took a while. I mean, and that's one that took me a while, because to a large extent,
Mm,
like that realization grew out of years of me trying really hard to make financialized governance work. My model
right.
there was basically to like thinking of governance as being this kind of technical problem in the same way that secure Byzantine fault tolerant proof of stake is a technical problem, right? Like with proof of stake algorithms,
Mm,
you can make protocols that have these really clean properties that say if more than two-thirds of the participants are honest or even are independently rational, then the thing is going to work. And they don't even technically have to be rational, they just have to be balanced on how much money they're willing to lose. So if you accept these couple of things, then you can like create these really clean 20-line mathematical proofs of all of these other things. And so started thinking
right.
through like, can we create something similar for governance? And whacked my head against the wall on that question a bunch of times. And I think the place where I realized that that was a dead end was actually when Glenn introduced me to quadratic funding. Like with quadratic funding, you can actually see the logic for why it actually does have these mathematically clean kind of proofs of why, at least under its assumptions, it's supposed to work. You have this argument that like your vote or like how much you contribute reflects the strength of your preference, but then the more that you vote, the greater a percentage you are of the whole thing, and so the less public that good is relative to you to some extent. If you contribute more to a project, then you deserve a bigger subsidy, but maybe you don't deserve a linearly bigger subsidy. And there's just like all of these arguments, and you
Mm,
just convert them into math equations, that it just like works out really cleanly. But then once you start
mm,
just kind of philosophically poking one level deeper, and you realize one of the really important things in quadratic funding, which is the collusion issue, right? If someone can pretend to be two people, then they can cheat quadratic funding, right? And they can like extract money and break the system.